Hello everyone, and welcome to my universe. So hello, Wolffighter and Juiciest Pineapple. Welcome back. Alright, well, when I looked at this today, I was like, what was I even doing last? Because yeah, until relatively recently, I was working on it on stream, and then I was working on it most days off stream. These past 2 weeks or so, I've been working on some other stuff off stream instead. So when I look at it, I'm just like, man, I have not looked at this for an entire week at this point. It's amazing how different it is when I am not regularly working on it off stream. I'll probably start doing that again soonish, but well, there was some other stuff I wanted to get done. So let's get back in here. The main thing that I'm trying to get done here is just some stuff with room transitions, and so far it looks like, based on the output here, that the numbers are being updated, or that the dictionary all looks right. So let's actually start getting proper numbers in there. Weather's been pretty good where I live. Being out in space is nice, because it's just always cold. Alright. Vacuum of space is truly beautiful. So, yeah, I guess I should head on down to where the numbers happen. Look, man, I don't control anything. I just exist. The universe you live in, not mine. I can't affect it. I only control things in my own. Okay. So let's see. Where are you? Here we are. So here. Let me make sure that all the numbers are being updated as I think they should be. So for anything that is not crazy pipe loops. Okay. So here. Okay, so I am trying to put some stuff into the exit. Just some information there. And it seems like it is not working. Let me double check and make sure I'm not just being, weird, but yeah, does not appear to be anything here. Okay. What do you mean I finally remembered my YouTube login details? This is what I always stream. I stream Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I see. Okay. I haven't heard that one. So... okay, so why is this not working? I at least assume it's not, because, yeah, we got nothing there. And then... yeah, so let's figure out why that's not working, and then I'll worry about what direction it's going, and I can update that properly. Have I ever learned pseudocode? I mean, pseudocode is just typing things out in plain English, with just vague code logic in it. So, it's pretty straightforward. It can be useful for figuring out what you want to do, though. So let's see. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. You just write your code steps without code. You just use words instead. It can help you kind of collect your thoughts and then figure out the best way to do it. It can be useful sometimes. If you ever see me just rambling to myself in comments. Yeah, and then turn it into a math formula. If you want. Sometimes I skip the big O part as long as I'm not, trying to optimize things, which I am very much not. Only as much as necessary to make the game run. Okay, so exit, let's see. Okay, there are worse things. And like I said, it can be useful. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. Oh, I don't want to be in testing room 2. I want to be in testing room 1. Okay. Alright, so let's see. How would I test that? Let's plop a thing here and then do that. Okay. So now I should get some output here somewhere. Here we are. I am probably doing something stupid. I'm pretty sure that's all that's happening. I don't think the class needs to be static, right? This should target its instance. Unless I'm stupid. So we're getting everything in this. I see. Oh, yeah. That's why sometimes you see just random symbols, and so this way I keep everything separated so I can actually read this. Because otherwise it'd be supremely awful. It's like I could use breakpoints and stuff, I do for some things. But for a lot of things, I just like printing it. I find it easier. Or maybe it's just what I'm used to. Okay, so is this just not how it works? That's what I say, I'm pretty sure that I'm just being a little bit silly here. Because I swear that this should do what I think it's doing. Okay. It's like, do I need to make it static? I wouldn't think so. Okay, let me poke at this and try to do something a little bit simpler. Okay, where's my grid? Okay, here we go. And just for fun, dot, say, direction? That's what I called it, right? Me casually forgetting what I named it right after looking at it. Okay. I will go with side for fun. Exit.side.left. Or let's say up, because I know I'm not using up there. Okay, so this is gonna be funky, but I just want to see if I understand what I'm doing. Did I not call it up? Top. Okay. Just misremembering the name. Like I said, I haven't coded all week. Need to get back in the swing of things. Okay, so if I do that, does it change? It prints 2, which is... I believe that is top. Let me double check it. 0, 1, 2, yes. But element array is still 0. No, I know why. Okay. Yeah, I think I know why. Okay. So it's not something silly that I'm doing there, it's something silly that I'm doing here. Okay, okay. So, basically what's going on is... Oh, I'll pull up the visual again. So what I'm trying to do is the game gonna come up? There we go. We're dragging a pipe onto this pink square, which is going to be the thing that lets me move things into the next room, right? So, up in testing room 2 over here, there's another pink square, and that connects to the pink square in testing room 1. Yes. So, I'm treating this as an endpoint. Much like my, you know, black square or... Well, that's unfortunate. How's it even getting there? Well, okay, we'll worry about that later. Unfortunately means that I can't demonstrate it right now, but, don't worry. I'll fix the crashing later. I have an idea of what's causing that as well. But, yeah, so the black square and the red square that I have been using for testing things, like if I do my silly little jumping demonstration again, you know, I have the red square in this green square here, and that's where all of your resources need to go. This is the same, basically. It's just instead of going to your stats like it would in the red square, it goes into the next room. So I want this to be treated as an endpoint too. Which... currently it is not. And so when I am going through and making the path, it's not realizing that it needs to, you know, keep track of the numbers there, more or less. So there's just nothing happening, even though something should be. So let's see, if I go down to where I determined if it's an endpoint, because yeah, I haven't finished this. No, this should be checking it. How do I see if it's an endpoint? Because I just used the is endpoint, right? Let me find it again. Yeah, I'm not doing it like this anymore. Yeah, is endpoint. Okay, in that case, can we print exit pipes array? Because I believe when we spawn the building, I do properly update that. But I guess I should check that too. Because I remember I tried to kill it at one point, but then I was like, nah, this is useful. Okay, so here we are. Side or right? Do I have this updated properly? side right. Okay, and you are side left, yes. Connecting to testing room. Connecting to testing room 2. Okay, that seems correct. So I do have those updating properly. So this seems promising. Let me just make sure. And I'll print exit pipes array, since that's what it checks. And I'll see if it's in there. Why is it in there twice? Well, it is in there. So it should get that. Okay. Let's get some more detailed prints here. Alright, let's see if I can compare these. Because I'm pretty sure that I am putting an array of, or that this is a string that vaguely resembles a vector 2, and that this is expecting a string. So if that's not the case, then I should fix that. Oops, I don't need to load. I still have the muscle memory to load the game for testing. But no, wait, I don't need to do that right now. What the hell? Okay. It's empty. Well, that would do it, wouldn't it? Okay, so it doesn't recognize this pipe as being on top of here, it looks like? Alright, let's go check spawn building and see if I can fix what's in there. Let's see. So we have this. Okay. Let us run this comparison. So we're gonna get a lot of random prints here. It's gonna be a little bit painful, but that's okay. Location, exit. Okay, did it print enough for me to be able to see? It doesn't look like it. Okay. Let's try that again then. I'll try to do that in a little bit more of a sensible way here. So all of this should be completely ignorable. Alright, now let's add the last one. So hopefully this will give me all my text. Probably a sign that I maybe should actually use stop being lazy and actually use breakpoints. Alright. Exit pipe array. Oh gosh. Okay, so it's gonna be a little bit harder to find this than I think. Okay. That means it's breakpoint time. The prints are now too inconvenient. Okay, so here. And I'm just gonna have to tell it to keep going a lot. But this is why I tend to just find it a little annoying. Continue. Okay, and continue. Just keep going, baby. Okay, there we go. And hopefully on the... Okay, I need to... Let's try that again. Okay, so there we go. Now I should be able to get these values. So location is 1,000... Yeah, so you can see it down here in my debugger. 1,100 and 250. And what is true location? And what is exit chords? They are the same. Wonderful. I guess it's a little hard to see now because I'm looking over at the screen now. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to get this easily. But it looks like it has the value in it. That's awkward. That's incredibly awkward. Like, wait. What's happening here? You know my total number of lines of code? Not off the top of my head, no. I've got things kind of spread out over quite a few files at this point. So it'd take a bit of addition to get them all. It's probably over 5,000 at this point. Well, I gave you my best guess. Okay, alright. No, this appears to be working the way I'd expected, and I see that there's a value in there. Okay. Yet, my output is claiming that there is not. Okay, no, there's the thing here, alright. Okay, when I delete, I need to make sure to clean up the array. I guess I can do that real quick. Yeah, I think it's probably over that by some point. It's gonna be way bigger by the time I'm done. Although I guess I am probably about to delete a huge swath of code once I get back into figuring out my pipe loops. Because I don't think that method is viable. I think I have to do something a little bit different. Might end up being a little bit smaller if I'm understanding what I think I have to do correctly, but it's gonna be somewhere. It's gonna be somewhere around there. Let's see. Okay, so it has it. So this should all be fine. So print, I'm going to be true. Alright, so why isn't this working? Because I'm not even, like, checking anything. I guess before I forget, I'm gonna go ahead and start cleaning up the pipe array there for when I delete a building, because I observed, like, if we look at my output here, you'll look that the same pipe is in the array multiple times right now, and I don't really want that to happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear that value when you delete a building. So we're going to go over into delete building, and I'm just going to check if... Let's see, this is a string too, right? Yeah, so what did I call it? Exit pipes array has a location. Then I need to find the location of that. Okay, then let me see if there's easy ways to remove a specific value from an array. Okay. So it looks like erase. Okay. Yeah, so it looks like it's erase, and I think that will be sufficient here. Go ahead and close this. Alright, so if it has that, I want it to erase it. So pipes array dot erase. This says that it erases the first one it finds, according to the description of it, which should be fine because I should only have one instance of that, as long as I manage to erase it every time. So this should be all I need here, and that should stop the situation where I have the same pipe in the array twice. I'd like to avoid that. Because that seems like it could lead to serious bloat there if I don't nip that in the bud. Okay. So let's see what's happening here. Because as far as I can tell, this should be treated as an endpoint right now. It's just also treated as a starting point maybe, but... Oh. Okay, there we go. Now I have the output I need. Yeah, it's there. Okay. So why are you not an endpoint? Okay, in that case... Alright, I'm a little confused, but, you know, when in doubt, just print more. So at this point, it seems like this is calculating correctly based on what I have. The note that I have here is just saying, hey, you need to know if it's going inside the room or outside the room. But I'm not doing that right now. As long as it's on the pipe, it should treat it as an endpoint. And this will be for future me. I'm gonna deal with that in a little bit. First, gotta solve this mystery. Talking to the spirits is hard. Okay, let's see. So, at this point, I should have a path. Yep, there it is. So, let's get the path. Let's see what it's doing. Hello there, Hardcore Lamp. Welcome back. I am so confused right now. There is a weird bug, and I don't understand it at all. Because I swear that should be working right now, but it's not, and it's very rude. How the heck is this happening? Okay, no, this is right. This is right. Well, thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a good day at work. So it doesn't... include the extractor. Is that normal? I actually forget. Well, you know, I'm always happy when people come and say hi, so thanks for doing so. Right now I'm having to think a lot, so it's making... I'm a little bit less rambly than usual, but man, this is very, very strange. 1100, 250. Isn't the extractor normally there? The value in there is correct. Like, this is right. So I guess... Let's see. I know, right? I guess one that's thinking really, really hard. Look, it's really hard to talk and think at the same time because you gotta think about what you're saying. And that means you can't think about what you're coding. You can't think about how you're communicating with the spirits. Okay, let me check my calculate flow here. It's okay, I think I'm gradually, very gradually working out where the issue is. Here we are. I don't think I could form coherent thoughts. Like, there's a reason I haven't attempted a writing stream yet. I don't think that would work. Code is, at least when I'm talking to people versus talking to the computer spirits, the language is a little bit different. Just a little bit. And it's different enough that I can kind of write out what I'm doing, or what I want the spirits to do, and still be able to carry on a conversation. But man, if I was trying to think about how to talk to people while talking to people, I think my brain might just blow up. Or worse, I might start, either saying what I'm writing or typing what I'm saying. Yeah, so I guess the problem is that the extractor isn't showing up on the path for some reason. I need to check how this normally works. Okay. Oh yeah, I didn't mention. I fixed the fireflies. Actually, I do think I mentioned, but yeah, the fireflies are dead. So, life is good. Alright, let's... Oh, whoops, wrong button. Okay. Let's, pick a simpler setup here. So... Yeah, sure. We can do this one. Okay, so if I put you there, we're just gonna let everything go in here. What does path look like? 150, 250. I'm not as familiar with this corner as I am with this one. Maybe I should have put it down there. 0, 50, 100, 150, 0, 50, 100, 150, 200, 250. Yes, extractor is in it. So it looks like I'm probably flubbing up how I put the extractor into my path. Let's take a look. Yeah, extractor's not in the path. Okay, well that's a problem. I think that's probably where the issue is. So it's a problem with how I'm putting together the path. Man, and here I thought I had this thing super robust. Okay, so let's see. If is endpoint. Previous vertex. Okay, so it's not so much. Yeah, well, you know what? Let's talk about how this function works. It'll help me piece everything together. So, the way I've been putting together the path is I only care about things that I think might affect the flow overall. So, all of those straight lines of pipes here that I was drawing, I can pull it up real quick. Once it decides to come up. So, this here, these straight pipes, they do nothing to affect the flow whatsoever. They are just straight, it goes from here into the next one, yada yada yada. So I basically ignore them. The things that end up affecting the flow of the resources going through them are going to be your splitters. So they can split it in half, and thus the numbers might change. Or mergers. And mergers may be a little counterintuitive because the reason they change things isn't because they can get resource from another source. So, like, if I had something like this, and then I plopped a merger here, code doesn't care. This is still just like a normal pipe at this point, because I do things extractor by extractor. So as far as it's concerned, it has one path with the 200 here flowing into it, and another path with the 200 here flowing into it, and they never interact. No, instead, the reason I need to check mergers is because they can result in cursed pipe loops, you know. So stuff like this, where you can see that the merger allows it to kind of become a loop. And that's how mergers can affect the flow of something coming out of a single extractor. It might loop. And that's about the only reason. So for the most part, the only thing that really affect flow is split pipes, but merge pipes get an honorable mention because they can make things cursed. All the rest, yeah, they don't really do much. The extractor is just where things start, so I care about them. They get to be a starting point. And then you have my black squares and my red squares as endpoints. And this pink square is an endpoint now too, just a fixed one that I don't build. But all the rest, you know, turnpipes don't really change anything. Normal pipes don't really change anything. So I basically just started ignoring them, and I would take it out. So I care about extractors, I care about splitters, I care about mergers, and I care about my types of endpoints. So I only construct the path based on that. And what appears to be happening is that for whatever reason, when the endpoint is on an exit, it's not finding the extractor that it's connected to, and that's making it think that there's nothing in it for some reason. It's very confusing. So, I'm trying to figure out why. So I see that we have an endpoint here. Previous vertex should be the extractor. And the path dictionary should not have it already, so we should be adding it right here. Okay, let's see if this is true. I'll do it via breakpoint this time. Oop. Okay. So yeah, there's nothing there right now. Previous vertex is... not the value I expected it to be. Okay, where am I updating the previous vertex then? So I might be misremembering what I do. Okay. So this is just all the shenanigans I have to do if... because mergers are weird. Don't worry about it. Okay, so that should be fine. It's not a splitter, so we shouldn't be getting into any of these things. And don't worry, I can read this all just fine. I know exactly what's happening here. I am very surprised that this is not the value I expected, though. Okay, so this is all just shenanigans there. We loop through things. We find the next pipe. Check if it's an endpoint. Wait a minute, why am I hitting up here? I just checked there because that's where... That was the one I have to scroll past, but no, it shouldn't actually be hitting here. Ooh. Okay, I better walk through this then. Because the reason that this exists up here is just for recursion shenanigans, because I have to call this function recursively in order to handle the splitters. That's why I say the splitters make things hard. They make things much more difficult. And so they made it so I had to be able to call this function recursively. But... as long as I'm not doing that, and there's no splitters here, I should never hit that point. I should always hit here. How did that breakpoint get triggered? Okay, well, let's keep going, I guess. I'll check some things. Let's see. Because I felt like it. It works. Also, I just like recursion. I think it's funny. Okay. Yeah, and that's about what I would expect. And... I might have to do something about this, but... oh no, I probably already have. Yeah, no, we're good. It doesn't get added to the array unless it's facing the right direction. So that should be fine. Because I just realized that I wasn't checking to make sure that the pipe was facing the right direction if I've already declared it an endpoint. But if I've gotten that far, then it's already been added to my array of exit pipes. And that does check to make sure it's facing the right way. No, it only checks to make sure it's facing out of the room. It doesn't check to make sure it's facing the right way. Might have to check that. Okay. I'll save that for later. Let me figure this out first. Okay, so we shouldn't get here because it's not a merge pipe. Shouldn't get here because it's not a split pipe. And it is an endpoint, so I don't think we even get this far. We don't update previous vertex here. Previous is only updated once we find a special pipe that I want to update. And when I find the endpoint, it's never updated. So I still don't understand why it's not adding things the way I think it should. Because I don't see anything that would update previous vertex here. I don't. It always sets it to itself at the beginning, or does it? That if it doesn't, then that might be an issue. But then I would expect the extractor to never actually get added to the the pipe dictionary here, or the path dictionary, excuse me. But it is. See, now I'm in a talking to spirits mode. So I'm talking in the language that I'm using to communicate with the spirits. And I don't think it makes much sense to humans. Uh-huh. Okay. Where do I initially set previous anyway? Let me search for it. Oh, there. Okay. That's fair. I don't know. I've been finding it pretty straightforward. But yeah, the previous vertex is just a past variable, so that's where I get it. Okay. So yeah, it should be set at the beginning to the initial extractor. And don't worry, the code is complicated enough that I basically expect no one to be able to help me sanely. I mostly just talk about things because I do think I could sit here in silence. Sometimes I have to in order to think properly, but I try to talk as much as I can because I do think it makes the stream more entertaining. And at the very least, forcing myself to explain things makes it easier for me to understand. So don't worry, just sitting there and watching is actually extremely helpful. You forced me to explain myself. That is always very helpful. But okay, there we go. That's where I said it. So why is it not getting set here? The connections will add the current. Okay. And here. This is where I think it should be getting. Okay, let me make sure that this is working the way I expect. Okay. Alright. So let's see which it is. Okay. This isn't working right. Okay, so no, I am hitting up here and not the one down there. I'm just wondering how it's getting up there. Because once we get there, we should see that this is not an endpoint, it's an extractor. Okay. Let me check that. Again, just making sure that things are working the way I think they should. So if we go here at the very top. Okay, yes, checking it for everything. No relevant collisions here. Everything is done via dictionary. That's why I say I don't really expect people to be able to help me, because, my code is esoteric, and I totally get. And just seeing the little snippets I have on screen. Oh, dictionaries are fantastic. I like them. Let's see, 150, 250. Yep, that's what I would expect. Trust me, it makes sense for what I'm doing. Yes. Because I do not need collisions for any of this. I just don't. Okay. Yeah, that has nothing to do with what I'm trying to do. Don't worry, man. Like I said, it's pretty hard to help someone when you don't know the code and what they've been doing. Let me see. This is, if I look at my YouTube stream, this is part like 20 something. I mean, I've been at this for months. Not this specific problem, of course, but this game. And there's lots of code. Okay. Huh, but it got added properly here. It has the proper connection. I got the next one there. This all looks right. But here, it's not. Here, it got borked. How did that happen? It's like, this is all correct. But why did it get called again? Okay, so this is right. This is right. And then all this happens. And we come here, and somehow this is happening. Huh. I don't know how this happened. Like, none of this should be happening here. It should have stopped here. Or got the path. And for some reason, it's making a second one. Okay, let me double check where I start calculating things. Let's see. Recalculate factory, okay. Oh, that's fine. That's just resetting everything. Okay, I know what's happening. Let let me go to here, and for now, we'll comment this. It's not relevant to what I'm testing. And I'll make all of that work once the time is right. Okay, so is everything good now? Yes! Okay, so that was it. So what was happening? Throughout all of this, there are starting points and there were endpoints. A starting point is either going to be a resource extractor, so this white square. And recently I just made it so that these pink squares that act as transitions between rooms can be starting points in certain situations. So if the resources are coming into the room, it'll be a starting point. If they're going out of the room, it'll be an end point. And currently I had it so that it was always both, and that's bad. It should be one or the other. And right now I was just testing it as an endpoint. So I just made it so it'll just be an endpoint for now. And I'll go ahead and implement that logic later. But yes, everything is working the way I would expect. So once I fixed that, we're good. I did nothing wrong. Nothing was broken. Everything was fine. Okay. You know, sometimes it just takes a second for me to track down these silly things. Especially when they're very silly. Okay, let's see. Let me get rid of some of my print statements. I don't think I have any extraneous ones here. I still want to keep those. Yeah, I don't need path. These are still where I want them to be. I still want all of those. Okay. And here, I think I had an extra one. All the way at the bottom here. It might be worth keeping those for now, though. Okay, so no, all of this is... Do I want to keep you? No, I don't think I need to. Okay. Well... No, I'll keep it. I'll keep it. Okay, because I think this might be used... Or, oops, I forgot to close the game again. But yeah, I think this bit of printing might be useful for once I would want to test whether it's a starting point or an ending point. And... it's about time to do that, so... Okay. Yeah, so now what I want to be able to do is, if you look in my print here, I have a value for the direction that the pipe is going. And right now I have it defaulting to inside. So it's going inside the room as opposed to outside the room. And given, you know, you can see the direction of the pipe there, it's actually going outside the room. So I want to be able to update this value here correctly now. So let's, I want to think about how I do that. I think it'll actually be pretty easy. So every exit that I place, it has some values that are going to be covered up by chat. I do apologize for that, but there we are. So I have a side on it, and this is on the right side because it's on the right side of the room. And this one is on the left side because it's on the left side of the room. Alright, so... I think, and you know, I'll have values for the top and the bottom when those become relevant. I'll probably have one when I decide to go make testing room 3. And... yeah, so from there, I think all I have to do is when the building is spawned, I just need to update the value in the exit. I think I can just do that on the exit itself. So let's do it. Okay, so if we go back to grid, go back to spawn building. At this point, I already have a comparison right here. So I know whether it's left or right, or top or bottom. So now I can say that I default to inside, so I just need to check to see which ones would be outside. So if X, let me see, would I do less comparisons if I know if it's left or right at the beginning? It probably doesn't matter. I don't think this is going to be a performance issue. And I think that this is perfectly readable, so I'm going to roll with it. So if exit... Okay, so if it's left and... Okay, so if it's going to be on the left side of the screen, I would want the pipe's give value to be going off screen, which means that its X value must be less than its position. So... stir to var gives dot x is less than true location dot up. No, there's no a there. Okay. So this means that it's on the left side and the pipe is facing to the left. Exit dot direction. Right? Let me just make sure that I'm spelling this right. I should probably close some of my things here. No, I called it flow direction. Okay. Flow direction equals exit dot direction dot outside. Did I spell it wrong? I sure did. Okay. Okay, and then I just update this for right. In which case, I want it to be greater than. And we still do that. Okay. So there we go. That covers the situations where I need to tell the code that this is going outside. And from there, I think I can just steal this. Now we care about the up and down. So I think I have it set to top and bottom, right? Yeah, top and bottom. This will be top. Bottom. This will be Y, and I do... If it's going outside, I want it to be facing up, which is going to be... less than here. So, yep, that is right. So I can just change these to Y. And I think it'll just work. I'll want to test this properly at some point. Let's start with the two that I can do easily. Actually, I need to print here. So let's see. Okay, so print. Is facing right direction. And is outside. Okay. And I'll test. I don't have anything on the y-axis yet, so I'll make sure that this is working the way I expect right now. So if I do it here, we should get no printouts. Good. No printouts. Good. Now we start saying this is going to be inside. Man, okay. I guess I'll have to fix that now. Okay. Where are we getting here? So used exits is... Okay, let me just make sure a path exists here. That should just... Okay, I can't do that, huh? Path does not exist here. Alright, fair enough. I guess I do declare it just over here. I think I can just make this up here. Okay, that should be fine now. No, you still don't agree? Current value null. Okay. The spirits are so picky. Dictionary of string of float. Wait, no, you're not a dictionary string float. I do not think I gave you an explicit type. I did not. I did not, so why are you mad? You shouldn't even be getting there, so why are you mad? Okay, I guess I have to be a little bit more specific then. I can't be lazy. Fair enough. I'll just go back to the way things were then if I can't use just a simple method. Okay. So, what's actually going on here? Okay, so used exits array is not empty. Some of these things do have to happen even if there's no path. So I do need to check this even if there's no path. Hello there, Chronotic. Welcome. Let's see. So, I get the rooms. Get the exits. Element in factory global. Yep, we get the elements. Room dictionary. So I'm getting the name here. Okay, and why are you mad at me right now? So you don't think water exists on this right now, which is true, I think. Let's see. Oh man, I got two bots at once. The spirits are trying to talk back to me. They're telling me, hey, stop giving me bad instructions. Do it better. It's okay. I think these are different spirits, and they just want to. They just want to do some fishing. I've never been a fan of fishing, both the PH and the F version. Okay. Let's see. So what I'm seeing is if... I'll just put this on it for now. There might be a better way to do this at some point, but... I do believe it's like that. I don't know which it's gonna be, so I'll just check for both. Why are you mad? Wait, no, seriously, why is it mad? Expected a statement, found and instead. Oh, I had an extra colon. Okay. Okay, so hopefully that'll at least fix that issue. Okay, there we go. So direction inside is facing the right direction. Yep. So that's good. And now if I bring it the other way, now it is outside. Perfect. So now I know what direction everything is facing, and it only took silly rigmaroles. I don't blame people for not liking dictionaries, but I find them very convenient for what I'm doing. Very, very convenient for what I'm doing in this specific circumstance. There's just a little bit of rough edges there, but I think it's okay. So, there we go. I am going to do a... Since I know that eventually I want there to be a testing room 3, I'm gonna go ahead and make an exit to testing room 3 in the floor. But first, actually, I'm gonna go to testing room 2 and check the same things. So, good. So this will check the right wall for me. So this is gonna be inside. Yep. And if we go the other way, you're gonna be outside. And you are. Wonderful. Okay. So everything appears to be working as I expect. So, you know what? Let's go make a testing room 3. And this way I can check top and bottom. And I can do that very easily with stuff that I plan to make eventually anyway. Let's see. Just have to remember where I put... I think they're buildings. Pipe exit. Perfect. So I'll just plop one right here and normalize it with the grid. Yes, hello there, Chronotic. Welcome again. Okay. What am I making? I am making a game. Give me just a moment and I can run through my spiel. This will be testing room 3. Okay. So. Let me just normalize its position. Transform. Position. I need it to be, like, divisible by 50, so... 600 and 600. Sounds good to me. Actually, you know what? I think I want it to be a little further there. Yeah, that's what I said. Don't worry. I'll Okay, give me just a sec. Let's put it at 12, or 12 is too big. I swear I know numbers. Yeah, don't worry. Give me just a sec, man. There we go. We'll put everything. Actually, if I'm gonna be testing that there, let's put this over at like 200. Okay. This way I can be closer to the elements there. All right, here we go. So, currently, everything's a bit scuffed, but it's okay. I think placeholder assets should be very ugly. But the basic idea is that it's a Metroidvania, so you're exploring a dungeon and you're gonna run around, find some neat stuff that lets you get to more places. But as you explore the dungeon, you're going to be able to capture specific rooms, and you'll be able to build a factory in those rooms. So you can see right now, I'm pressing the jump button, and you can see the player's state is above his head is kind of flickering between idle and jump, and that's because the player currently has no air. So let's give him some air. And now he can jump. So this factory that you're building on the side, or in the rooms that you explore, is going to increase your movement speed, your jump height, your attack, and your HP, and more things later. So instead of having those relatively fixed, you're going to be able to make really big differences. So you can see we went from not being able to jump at all to being able to jump like this. Yes, more or less. And then from here, let's add some more air. So I know that there's some more air in there, and now we can jump even higher. So your abilities are going to be very flexible. They're going to change a lot more than you'd expect from an average Metroidvania. And at some point, we're hoping that you'll be able to just jump super high, straight up into the stratosphere if you feel like it. Or you might have lots of HP, or be able to run really fast, and therefore you'll be able to just like run through an entire field of lava, just completely tank it. Whether it's because you're fast or because you have a lot of HP. As you can see that, the jump height, highly variable here. So that's the basic idea. It's a Metroidvania with a factory with it. I am 14 billion years old. Alright, so let's go make testing room 3. This will be 2D. There we go. Okay. And I'll go ahead and put it with the other rooms here. I guess I should close some of these. I don't need all these up anymore. Congrats! Early 20s is quite an age. All right. Yeah. Yeah, good luck. I think computers are interesting. I always have a good time programming. Let's see. So I just want to add the basic things here. I'll just go ahead and put in the floor. I'll just do a little bit of copy and pasting, it'll be fine. So this and this. I don't think I even use click timer anymore, but I'll bring it over just in case. All of those I can just copy on over. But the other ones I think I should just create manually, so let's make a no 2D for the grid. Actually, the grid is a class, isn't it? I don't have to do it like that. I think that's how I've been doing it, though, so I'll just leave it consistent. I mean, you can always just make a game on your own. It's like if you get into game design as a profession within the industry, the odds of you actually being able to make what you want to make are actually pretty small. Like, extremely small. You'll be bringing someone else's vision into the world instead. So if you just want to make a game, I say just go for it. Just go make it. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing all this myself, so. My team is me and my husband. Okay, where's the script? No, this isn't in level. It's gonna be in buildings. Where is grid? There you are. Okay. Okay, I'll bring over the building wheel. This is gonna be exit to testing room 3. Okay. So now we got that over there. I will hold off on doing a level transition for now. I think it's fine. I'm gonna have to make like a hole in the floor. Or maybe I'll just make it so you go there when you walk off the left. It doesn't really make sense, but it's fine. It doesn't have to. That might be easier to manage, honestly. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably just do it like that. Let's see. Is there anything else here? So we have sources, we have exits. Okay. Looks like I got about everything there. It looks like I'm using a Node 2D for this for some reason, but I can use anything to hold stuff if I want. I'd rather keep it consistent. All right. Looks good to me. So I think that's everything there. We got spawn. Oh, I need to do level bounds. It's gonna be about the same. That's a lot of stuff. Good luck. Oops, no. Here. Okay, so now we got level bounds. Oh, that's fantastic. It's always good to know languages. Yeah. It'll let you talk to a lot of people. Open up many potential opportunities. Alright, let's give it some sources. I think I'm gonna make this another water and air place, so... Let's see, I have to remember how to do this. Okay, and... Let's see... I'll just make you water. Just plain water. And we'll give you a value of 300, just to be different. Okay, and... I don't think I really need collision for these things, but I've been doing it, so I'll keep doing it. Because one of my original plans did involve collisions. It just didn't really pan out, and I just haven't really adjusted it. But so far, it's been fine. My situation is definitely not the same as you. I'm just making a game because I want to. Okay, and that seems fine, so let's go ahead and add a rectangle. And we'll will just make him the most hideous blue I can imagine and plop him inside. I forget how big I normally make these. So I guess I'll just leave it like that for now. It's okay, man. Just, you know, do the things you want. I personally think it's a good way to be. Maybe it's not the cards right now. Maybe you don't have time. Maybe you've got some other things to do. But you know, you can always keep it in the back of your mind. But I do think in general people can do more than they think they can. So even if you just give yourself, I don't know, 5 minutes a day or even just an hour a week or something, maybe even 30 minutes a week to work towards your goals, you'll be surprised how far you can get. So I still say, you know, if you want to make a game, just go for it. It's fine. It's okay if it takes a long time. I'm just saying how big I made these things. I want to keep it relatively consistent. Looks like about 35 by 35. Okay, so I'm not super consistent about it, but it's somewhere in the 30s. So that means that this is probably a little bit big. Where are you? Oh no, you're fine. Then you made a game but didn't make any money. That's it. What am I making now? I'm still derping around with room transitions. Right now I'm making myself a testing room 3. So I'll put these a little higher up on the screen since I know I'm going to be putting the exit somewhere over there. Okay. Do I need more than one? Yeah, sure. We'll do another one. So you will be... air. Both. And we'll give you 100, just to be different. Let's do some odd numbers. What do you mean? I live in space. I'm not confined by the confines of time. The position of the sun and its relevance is a bit different for me. Let's see. That is collision shape. If you're human, I guess. Okay, and we'll make this one air, so this one will be the ugliest green I can think of. There we go. And I'll just make you a little bit smaller here. Kinda line you up with everything. Boop. And... boop. Huzzah. Okay, so now I got some lovely squares. They are hideous and I love them. So we'll just put it over there, I guess. That seems like a perfectly fine place. I'll probably align it with the grid a little bit better. Let's see. Level... Scenes... Testing room 3. Okay, so move this one a little bit to the left, this one a little bit to the right. Whoop. Whoop. That's too much. There we go. How's that? Okay, a little bit more to the left. I will make more of an effort to get this looking good for the real game, but for now, this is fine. A little bit more. Okay, we're good. They are in the grid cells. That's good enough for me. Okay, so this is going to be testing room 3. So let's, I guess I'll plop in the scene transitions now. Level transition. Oh, what are you mad about? I don't know, but hopefully it'll be okay. Okay, so let's see. In here, I kind of want to keep things in roughly the same order, so level transition is above player spawn but below buildings. So that's where we'll put them. Okay. So you will be on the right over here, so let's go ahead and flop him in the corner where he belongs. Going to be on the right. Target scene is going to be testing room 2. Or no, excuse me, testing room. Testing room. Perfect. Target area level transition. It's not going to be level transition, but I'll fix that in a bit. So wait, why are you mad? Like, why aren't you properly... showing your size? You know, it's been a little while since I've put in a level transition. Oh, I see. It's because it just did this. Okay. I did it wrong. That's okay. I'll just do it via drag and drop then. That's right. It's a different button to add a scene. What is it? I don't remember, so I'll just do it like this. There's a shortcut somewhere, but I don't remember what it is. I'm pretty sure I have level transition here. Yeah. Okay, so we'll plop you, like, right there. Looks good to me. You go on the right. Okay, I need you a little further over there. I just put it in the wrong spot, that's fine. And I'll have it go higher than the screen. Just to make sure that I hit it when I'm jumping around and being stupid. So let's see. Level, scenes, testing room. There we are. Okay, so now it's going there. Let's go put the one in testing room now. It's gonna go on the left side here. So we'll plop you there. Your side is left. That is correct. Oh, okay. I never placed them right the first time. It's fine. Yeah. That's exactly what's happening. Okay, there we go. Target scene is going to be testing room 3. And I built all this a long time ago. I'm gonna put these together. I want to give these better names. So instead of level transition, you're going to be to... testing room 2. So let's be more specific now that I'm having more than one in here. That means I do need to update the level transition here, but that's okay. Please let me select my level transition. Ah. Stop it. Spirits! Why I gotta be rude? Okay. Okay. There we go, and you are going to be level transition to testing room. It's not testing room 1, it's just testing room. Do I use AI tools? No. I do not. I see no reason to. I actually have no problem with people doing so. I'm not like super anti-AI or anything. I just don't want to. It's a choice. Okay, and let's see, from here, this guy, have a transition to testing room 3. I mean, art is hard. It's how it is. But I just don't feel like AI tools would help me that much. At most, I use them the same way that I would use Google, and that's only because, well, literally, because sometimes Google gives AI results that happen to do what I want them to do. Especially when I'm looking at what is the syntax for this, or is there a function that does this basic thing, like sneeze. No, I don't expect the computers to sneeze, but does this basic things like remove an element from an array in a specific way that I want. So sometimes I kind of get it incidentally, but I see that as like the same as looking up the answer on a forum or in the documentation. But I don't let them write functions for me. I don't want to dull my edge, man. And I want to make sure I understand what I'm doing. This is the first game I've written in Godot, so I don't have a good idea of how things work super well yet, so I would seriously struggle to debug anything that an AI threw at me, so I'm not gonna do any of that until I just really understand what I'm doing. Because how else would I know if the AI is doing something stupid or not? So yeah, I know. I don't do it. Because it's like, how am I going to know if the AI is doing something stupid or not if I don't know what I'm doing? So I gotta learn what I'm doing first. Will I use AI tools someday? I don't know, man. I don't really care enough to think about it. Testing room. Do not care. Okay. So that should all be good. And then on the other side, go ahead and add another one that's gonna go to testing room 2. Okay, it's on the left, so we'll get it on up there. That should be plenty. Okay, and then go ahead and use it. Okay. Oh, you're kind of peeking out a little there. I don't really want you to. So I will get its room in a second. Let's go and build the other one in testing room 2 here. Okay, and it's gonna be on the right. We'll send it all the way on up in case I'm jumping around and being silly. And from there, we just need to get it to testing room 3. So this is going to be level transition to testing room 3. Okay. And I've already got you set up. Sure do. Okay. So now we go to this one, plop that there, and actually, nope, but this is right. Okay. And then we go back to testing room 2, plop it in there. And that is perfect. Okay, so I think that is everything that I need for these rooms. Let me just make sure I can go walk through them without crashing the game. We're gonna walk in a nice circle. Alright, we're looking good. I can walk in a circle. I'm gonna go walk the other way now. Okay. Oh, I'm skipping. Hold on, something's up. 1, 3. Yeah, I'm skipping past 3 there. Oh, that's right. I got this one from a tutorial, so I don't think I fixed that one bug. I'll just go check the tutorial on that again. Hello there, Wendell. Welcome back. So, okay, a little buggy, but it's not crashing the game. I'm gonna call it good. I don't need to do anything super special with Testing Room 3 at the moment. So I'll probably fix that bug off stream. Just real quick. So let's go ahead and give Testing Room 3 an exit. Okay, and I need... Where did I put it? I think it's just a building. Yeah. Where are you, Mr. The Exit? Pipe, exit. There we go. Okay, so I'll just plop it there, and I will... See, you're on the top. And your connecting room is test... you know what, let me copy and paste it. I don't trust myself. I like how this is the only one with the space and none of the other ones do. Okay. Okay. Yep, to testing room 3, that is all correct. Okay, so we got it all set up there. I want to align my my connection areas just cuz it pleases me, so I'm going to do it. So you're at 200, 600. So this one will be at like what, 0, 600. No, you're an exit. Yeah, get in there. Let's see, do I name them in a particular way? Yeah, exit to testing room 1. Or to testing room, because I don't number the first one for some reason. I'll keep that consistent. Normalize it to the grid. There's no way I have it at 600. Did I get my wires crossed here? 200. Yeah, I just got the coordinates backwards. Okay. 200. There we go. Perfect. Testing! I think their name is self-evident. I need rooms to test to make sure that the room-based functionality works, so I made testing rooms. Someday I'll design actual rooms, but right now I just need things to test. Okay. To make sure the game works. Whatever functionality is necessary. I want to make sure that all of the core mechanics of the game are working before I start doing actual level design. So this is all just random scuffed stuff, so that this way I make sure that everything is working. And when I mean everything, I mean everything. Everything. Make sure the game is functional, and then I can start doing actual game design. That's not true. I mean, when it comes to mechanics like this, it's all game design. But actual level design, I'll say. Yeah. Okay, so now I've got that. Okay, so now I can finally test to make sure that the top and bottom works the way I would expect. So this one is gonna go outside. Okay. Oh yeah, because I don't have prints there yet. Okay, let me do that. Grid up in spawn building. I just really want to make sure that all this is working because this is going to be a big deal. That's a way you can do it. It's roughly the way I'm going to be doing it. I think I'll probably be doing a lot of the level design and the art at the same time. They'll kind of go hand in hand. But for now, I just want to make sure all the game mechanics work. I can't imagine trying to do art and all this at the same time, because I've already changed some stuff. Like, I'm reasonably far into what I'd consider the core mechanics, and, you know, that I've already changed my mind a few times. So, if I was trying to do art at the same time, I would have had to redraw a lot of stuff, and that would just be a ton of wasted time, especially considering how slow at art I am. So, just easier to get things working and then make it pretty. Drawn. But yes, I will do all of the art myself. Looking forward to that part, actually. That's gonna be fantastic. Okay. I don't think that should be happening. Hold on, I need to restart the game there, because that might be something. Did I see the solar eclipse yesterday? No. Well, I mean, I live in space, right? So, the moon blocking the sun, you know, it's just not that big a deal. No, I don't think it'll be that bad. I know exactly how I'm going to do it. Probably the same way that I designed my body here. Yeah, I mean, if I'm looking. But yeah, I'll do it the same way I designed my body here. Because you see, I am a 2D girl in a 3D world, and it's beautiful. So this entire thing is, you know, just a 2D drawing that I animated to look three-dimensional. So that's basically how I'm gonna do the sprites. It's not gonna be that bad. It's gonna be great. Okay, no, this is working the way I expect. Okay, no, we're good. And then this is gonna bring it outside. And this will bring it inside. I don't know what this extra print is. I'm gonna make sure that this is working the way I expect. I'm probably gonna be restarting the game a few times because I have a print I don't understand and I don't feel like thinking about it too hard. So, direction inside. Okay, so it's all good. I see. So it's like residue. Okay, that's fine. I am the Big Bang, and I am me. All right. So let's see. That is perfect. Let's make sure that this is working the way I expect when it's on the top now. I don't want to mess around with this functionality because, oh my god, I have had many a nightmare about making sure all the pipes work. Okay, so yes, every direction is working correctly now. It's wonderful. So, I think I can trust everything here. Code is good. And when it comes to getting all these numbers right, I don't want to mess around. Everything must be perfect. This is like the core mechanic here. So it's gotta be good. That's why I'm really particular about like everything. Okay. So now I can tell if they're inside or outside, so let's start detecting if it's an endpoint or not. Okay, so if exit pipes array has pipe location. So Now I need to know if the exit is facing the right direction. I'm just thinking about the best way to do this, because I'm like, can I avoid looping through the list of exits? I don't think I can. Yeah, I can't think of a way to do it. So we're just gonna have to do that rigmarole again. It's fine. There's probably never gonna be more than like 10. Like, I'll be surprised if we ever hit double-digit room exits. So I don't think it'll be that much of a performance cost to loop through them. Especially considering that doesn't have to do this very often. I think it'll be fine. I see. Yes, Ayagami and Umamo are kind of working together. Yes, but they are working together, and then I believe that there's going to be another one, I think they're calling it OpenVT as a VTube Studio alternative. So I'm very much following the development of all of those. They're all kind of interconnected. God, I'm gonna be so excited if they get Umamo working by the end of the year, like the developer's currently claiming. I'm gonna be so excited, man. I've been wanting to do some rigging, but I've been waiting for the next version of Inuchi 2D to come out, and it's just not happening, man. I'm very sad. But it's okay. Now we're gonna have another one that's actually gonna be compatible with Live 2D stuff, and that's very exciting. I am so excited. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's any way to avoid this. It is what it is. It'll be fine. Okay, and location var or stir to var location. Okay, so if yeah. Let's see. So we got that, so now I just need to know if exit dot flow direction is equal to inside. No. Outside. Yeah, this is for if it's an endpoint. So if it's an endpoint, did I not call it that? Oh, okay, it's pipe location. There we go. Develop. Well, I'm not using direction. I'm using flow direction. That's what I called it, right? Here, I'm gonna close a few of these. Let's see. I don't need my states open right now. I'll keep my blueprint stuff up because it's scary. I don't need building wheel right now. Factory global I'll definitely need. I don't need states right now. Level transition I don't need right now. I like to keep this up just to remind myself how I made it work. I don't need this right now. I'm just getting a little sick of scrolling. I'm not working on the player right now. Not working with saves or scenes. Source I'll keep. Don't need states. Okay. There we go. That'll make things a little bit easier to find. I don't really know much about specific languages. It seems like she's been able to get it to work, and that's all that really matters to me. But there's just shenanigans. It's really unfortunate, so... The big thing for me was just that, oh, right. I need, what did I call that? Get direction. Okay. Okay, there we go. But, but, yeah, you know, sometimes things just, don't end up working out, and it's a little bit sad. But the big deal breaker for me was just that it's not compatible with any other VTuber stuff. Like, I can't use any of the free assets or anything out there. Or if I made a fan model for someone that I like, they'd never be able to use it because you can't open it in VTube Studio or anything. Whereas Umamo and all of their other pieces are making a point to be Live 2D compatible. So I will be able to use all the assets. I will be able to make fan models and give them to the people that I like, yada yada yada. So that's the bigger thing for me. The fact that they're emphasizing compatibility. I'm just really excited for that. Okay. It's just mad that I don't have an else there, but I can't have an else there, so I guess I'll just... to make the spirits shut up. Yeah. No, I'm really excited. So I really hope that they are able to get it done when they think that they'll be able to. Because, dude, having that for Christmas is gonna be so hype. It's gonna be fantastic. Alright. Yeah, well, of course, I stream game development every Thursday, a game every Friday, and some art every Saturday. So, that's when I will be there. But thank you for stopping by, and thank you for subscribing. I hope you're able to sleep well. Okay, so now it should know when it's a starting point and when it's an end point, in theory. Ooh. Okay. So I can check that, at least to some extent, by... Oops, I'm in testing room 3. I don't want to be. I want testing room. By doing the thing that broke the world last time. Are you broken? No, we're good. Okay. So this seems to be working, and if I had it going the other way, let's say I've got a phylactery right here, I should be able to connect this. Yeah. Okay, so it seems to be working correctly. Perfect. I have an extra print that I'd like to get rid of. This is the downside to using printing instead of properly using breakpoints, but I don't know, man. I still like my prints overall. Okay. Okay, so I think I have the basics of the pipe transitions done. So we know what direction they're going, we know, how to say, what direction they're going. I'm able to get them into a global dictionary, so I'll know how much stuff is in them when that becomes relevant in theory. So now the next thing is just going to be when they are starting point, they need to know what should go inside. Okay. Big stretch there. But yeah, so far so good. I don't know. Yeah, so yeah, the next step does seem pretty clearly. Let's go ahead and start figuring out how to get the values from the global dictionary into the pipes that they belong to. That'll be pretty easy when I'm reloading the factory, but I'm thinking about how to do it when you're just making it for the first time. Let's see. Okay. So I think if I start going into recalculate factory here, I have this point where I check to see if it's a starting point, and I think that my code to find if it's a starting point is good. I think it's all correct for now, so it should know when I get there, and... Okay, so we'll do the pipe path thing. So right now what I'm debating is, okay, when do I start populating this weird starting point? This pipe that could be anything. Because it happens to be on top of the right square. When do I start populating the values? And I think I can do it after I determine that there's a path. So I think that's going to be a good place for it. And how do I do that? So I have a dictionary in my factory global here, which is going to be this one, I think. And I'm going to have a theoretical dictionary of values that go between rooms. But I don't think it exists there until after I find a path that it exists. Okay. So I think this is going to be a time where I need the logic, so I'm gonna start writing things out again just so I'm not saying weird things that only the spirits understand, and maybe I can get it into English that the people watching can actually understand. So, goal. Make it so if I have a pipe on the exit pipe, resources can go between rooms. What does, and to the spirits, this means, pipe on exit square is going inside and is connected in a different room to a pipe going outside. I can check this. I can. So I do it by, I check it by, what's the word? I check the global dictionary. For the pipe going outside. All caps and a reason, because like I said, I'm talking to the spirits, and outside has a very specific meaning in this enum. So I'm referencing this directly, and it is specifically outside and inside. So there we go. So I reference the dictionary for the pipe going outside. So all I need to do is reference a for the room that the exit in question is connected to. If there is no value in that dictionary, then there is no pipe going outside. Its values will be 0. If there is value in that dictionary, check for what's the word? A connection in the dictionary that matches the current room. If no connection exists, there is no pipe going outside, and thus its values should be 0. If there is a proper connection, there is a pipe going outside, and this starting point should have its resource values. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good. I think yeah, this should all be good for what we're doing here. I'm still somewhat nervous that when I go and add more elements, some stuff is gonna break. Not because adding more elements is bad, but because dictionary shenanigans, basically. But I'm gonna let my future self handle all of that. Current me is just going to get these numbers with the 4 base elements working right. Current goal is just basically to get the tutorial area working. So, and I figure we can do everything else after. I don't think it'll be so bad. Okay. Yeah, so this honestly looks very straightforward. So, what I want is so I'll know which exit that it's on. Right? I mean, I can get that information. I think I have to loop through all the exits again, which sucks, but like I said, I really don't think it's going to be a performance issue. I really don't. This isn't called every frame, it's called like once in a while, and I really doubt there's going to be double-digit exits in a place, and I think that the computer will be able to loop through that pretty fast. So I'm not going to pretend like I have performance issues until I start experiencing performance issues. And then I'll optimize, and it'll be fine. Okay, so... Man, I really do wish there was a better way to do that, though. There's really not. It just really feels like there should be. Because right now I'm still using a bunch of collision shapes, even though they're entirely pointless. Legit, someday I might just go and delete them all, because who cares? Because I thought that I'd be able to use them to find locations for things a little bit more easily, but it didn't pan out. But I legitimately cannot think of a better way to go about this. I really can't. Okay. Well, I'm gonna roll with it then. So, I guess we do something like this again. I believe this is just pipe. Right? No, your item. Your item here. Okay. Am I gonna work more on the Metroidvania stuff? At some point. I actually have a lot of a lot of it, at least in a state where I think it's fine. A lot of the player stuff I can't work on too much until I'm ready for sprites and whatnot, and that won't be for a while. I'm just trying to think, because I already have a player that can run, jump. I don't have crouch implemented. I could do that pretty easily, though. I have attack. I have it so the stats that you get from the factory are hooked up to the player. So, like, the player is basically done. Level design is not gonna come until all of the core mechanics are done. Yeah, level design is going to be basically once I start doing art. Those will kind of come together. So that I can test movement. Yeah, that'll come when it's time to do art, because so much of whether movement feels good also depends on sprites and whatnot. So I don't feel like I'm going to be able to test that until all of the other core mechanics are ready and we're about ready to start doing art, basically. And that's why I said I think all the player core mechanics are basically done. I do have to tweak numbers, as you were saying, and do a bunch of things to make it feel good. That part's not done yet. But no. You go through it. Right now there's a small room transition bug, because I never felt like fixing it. But, oh right, I can't jump right now. Hold on, let me make it so I can jump real quick. Can I jump? Okay, yeah. So yeah, if you jump into the next room, yeah, you stay up there. I've done a lot of those things already. A lot of just the super basic mechanical stuff. But yeah, and you can attack and it all works and various things like this. Oh, I should be able to jump here. Okay, no, that was weird then. Yeah, like everything's okay. So I have most of those things done already. It's just the factory portion ended up being a little bit complicated. And it didn't help that I'm doing something a little bit more unique in the factory portion, so I can't just cheat and look up tutorials and steal other people's code. Like... Whereas a lot of the basic player movement is, you know, just fairly standard to the genre. And there'll be some things unique that I'm gonna do. I think a lot of the other... Like, the only big remaining core mechanic besides the factory that I want to implement is HP and enemies. That's the only thing that I haven't really done yet. So that's why everything's just been factory, 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 because, well, that's what I need to do. And it's probably the hardest part, because no one's done something quite like this as far as I can tell. I've looked for a lot in terms of helping build factory stuff, but the way I do it is just way too different. I can't really use a lot of that, so... And I also think it's just way more complicated than a lot of the other things, because Godot can kind of help with some of those other things since it's standard platformer stuff. Whereas this is just weird. Yeah, enemies will be pretty straightforward. So I'll just need a few UI elements so that this way I can print out HP and all of that and get some health bars from the enemies and just do simple things. Yep. So that's just why this part is taking so long, but once I get this part done, it's gonna be great. And even then, I don't feel like I've been especially slow on the factory end. I feel like I've been implementing a lot of new things. Yeah, like every week until recently, where I got kind of hung up on if pipes loop, because that problem is extremely difficult. Just being able to be prepared for any configuration that the player might come up with, no matter how cursed, stupid, or unlikely to happen it is. I just don't want the game to crash, and I want the numbers to be at least roughly correct. So, just gotta deal with all those things. Okay, so I have the exit. Okay. All right. That also reminds me. I'm gonna do this before I forget, because I will forget if I don't. But once we find the right one here, no matter what happens, we can break from this for loop here. No need to go through any once we've already found what we're doing. This should be here. There we go. Okay. But yeah, once we found it, we don't need to keep going. There we go. Okay. But legit, I have been pretty happy with my progress here. It's been good. And I do think I have a solution for the pipe looping at this point. I just want to talk with my husband a little bit, because he knows a little bit more about the math that we're trying to use, and he's a little busy right now. So I've been doing some other things while I wait. Taking a little break from code. It's healthy. Doing some writing instead. So let's see. If exit chord. So once I find the right exit, I can now look at what room it's connected to. Yeah. Oh yeah, we've been talking about a lot of things, but it'll just be easier. So I am looking forward to being able to get back into things a little bit more. The break's been nice, though. I think I've cleared my head a little bit, because I've been beating my head against that just so hard, just over and over again. But what I was trying to do is mathematically impossible, turns out. Deeply unfortunate. So this time I just want to verify the math and make sure I actually understand what I'm doing a little bit better. Okay, so the room is going to be exit. What did I call it? Connecting room. There we go. So I already fully expect this will fail immediately. So I need to do some time spend some time making sure that it gets the right room. Because I've been staring at the dictionary that gets printed out here. And I just look at it. Okay, that's all something else. But I just look at it and I'm just like, this isn't gonna work. This is dangerous. So I want to make sure that it's all good. So print. I want to print let's see. I'm gonna need to set up a testing scenario so I don't have to rebuild it every time. Okay, anyway, this is gonna be active factory global dot active flow between rooms. This is going to be the flow dictionary. And then after that, actually before that, okay. So there we go. That's what this is gonna look like. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and build out something I can load for myself. So I'm going to use the save that I've been using for all my testing with the very cursed pipe setup. So we'll get to look at our old friend again. And Well, I know it's not breaking anymore, so... But I don't think I want to put any phylactery down yet. So now we'll go into this room. We'll just plop an extractor right here. And we'll, bring this on over, I guess. Here will have to be a turnpipe, but I'll, get that. I feel like there's a few things I can do here still to make building a little less cumbersome. Okay, so now we have this. And I don't need to be testing these at the same time, so... There we go. I'll plop a phylactery here for my testing purposes. Okay, so let's see what this looks like. What the hell is all this text? Okay, yeah, because I print things out over here. I don't need this right now. I will want that later. Oops, wrong button. I will want that later, so I'm just gonna comment it. But I don't need it right now. Okay. So, let's see. We have connected room, testing room 2, and in the dictionary... I'm still concerned that these don't match. I should have checked that. Ah. Godot just panicked. Okay. I'm not sure what happened there, but man, did it panic. Anyway. If factory global dot active flow between rooms dot has connected room print. You worry too much. Okay. Oh, did I forget to save it? I did. Shoot. I forgot to save it. Okay, well, we'll do that again. And this time I'll try to remember to save it. Okay, and then we'll come over here. And this is where I want to save, so... There we go. This time I have saved it. You can see it in the debug output. Okay. I worry too much. Perfect! You know, that's great news. So this and here doesn't actually mean anything. It knows that this is testing room 2. And these match. Oh god, I was so worried about that. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay. All right. Okay, well, that has eased so much of my anxiety over this feature. So I think that my solution is gonna work. So that'll be great. So now I can just kind of write out the rest. I think I'll keep my debug here for now, just for my own convenience. And... okay. So now I know that it has the connected room, so I can say if factory global dot active flow between rooms sub connected room has let's see, this is on grid, so I think I can just do get parent dot name. And so if it has an entry for itself, if it has the connection there, how did I structure this thing again? This is why I didn't erase any of this yet. Okay, so we're going to be in testing room. We're checking testing room 2. We're going to look for testing room. It's going to have a direction and an amount. Okay. So I already know that the direction of the one in the current room is right. So now I just need to check the direction of the one in the other room to basically avoid the situation where I have two pipes facing inward, giving elements to each other. So, what I'd want to avoid. Man, spirits, stop it. I just wanted to do a demonstration, okay? Don't be mean. So if I had a situation like this where I have this pipe, yeah, there we go, coming into this room here, and then in the other room I had it going inside here. So you see they're both going inside. I don't want any resource flow to go rude. Okay, well, anyway, basically I don't want any resource flow going from there over to there, for example, to get the elements from the previous room. They do not flow into each other. They are against each other. Okay, so there's still something broken here. What do you mean? Oh, did I call erase wrong? It's probably looking for this. Okay. Does erase take one argument? Okay, I see. So it probably works like this then. Well, you know what? I should check that. Okay, it's not crashing anymore, so I think it's probably okay. Okay. I'm gonna call this okay, but yeah, basically in this situation where you see that these are kind of pointing opposite each other, I don't want them to share flow. So I do need to check to make sure that it's going the right way. So now I can come back up here. Why do I have a pass here? Anyway, artifacts from random earlier stuff, I suppose. So now that I know that that exists, I want to check factory global dot active flow between rooms, sub connected room, sub get parent dot name sub direction, which with how I set up the dictionary will always have, so I'm not going to check that it has it. I'm feeling spicy and dangerous, but I think this is safe. This is, I do believe that this will be safe. So if we're seeing if it's a starting point, I need to see if it goes outside. Okay, so let me just walk through my logic here again. So we go to the pipe, or the flow between rooms dictionary. We look for the room that it's connected to. We check for the connection to the room that we are currently in. We look at the direction that it's going, and it should go outside, because the one in the current room has to be going inside. Because we're looking at it as a starting point, not as an ending point. If it was going outside, it would be an ending, or if it was, yeah, if the one in the current room was going outside, it would be an ending point, not a starting point. So, we're good! We do want to check to make sure it's going outside. And if it is, then we take a path sub item, because yeah, I already checked to make sure path isn't empty. So path is real. Item is, yep, okay, so path sub item. I want to do one more check here. If, because yeah, you shouldn't be able to put extractors on these. Type info, sub item, sub name. is not equal to extractor. Because we don't do any of this shenaniganry if it's an extractor. Extractors already have values. They're fine. We don't need to be pulling things out if it's an extractor. It just continues. Yeah. Okay. So path sub item. So this is going to be the non-extractor pipe that's sitting on top of the exit. How did I structure path again? Oh my man, it has been a long time since I looked at path. Okay, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it was just elements. I'm gonna go with that, and if it crashes, I'm gonna print path. Okay, so I'll do that regardless. So here we're gonna have 4 element in factory global elements. That's what I called it, right? It's been a while since I've looked at this. Yeah. So then we add the building array, we get the element array. Okay. So that should be fine. So for each element, did I add an extra colon somewhere? No, this seems fine. Okay, I'll worry about why the spirits are mad right now. Okay, so path, sub-item, sub-elements, sub-element is equal to factory global dot active flow between rooms, sub connected room, sub get parent dot name, sub amount, sub element. There! Totally comprehensible! Alright! So why are you complaining? Factory global da. Oh, I forgot an if. Perfect. I don't need to print path here. I don't need the whole thing. Print path sub item. Let's see if I did it right. Okay. So here's all our stuff. Oh god, that's a lot of stuff. I don't actually know what some of this is. I didn't tell it to print path, so... No, seriously, what is this? I guess this is active flow between rooms, but it shouldn't be. This doesn't look like active flow between rooms. It doesn't have the right structure. Okay, I was gonna say, did I accidentally uncomment that? Because this just looks like pipe info. Connected room. Okay, that's odd. Let me try that again. When does it print it? Okay, so there's the load. So I didn't see any of this. Okay, so this is before the thing starts, so I probably have a random print somewhere that I don't want. But I legitimately do not know what this is. This is just pipe info. Why am I printing pipe info? Okay, well, I don't need that. I don't think that's what was causing it, but I'll take a look. Okay, got something commented. Okay, then maybe that was it then. That's weird. Alright, anyway, it did not get here for some reason. So it didn't recognize this one as a starting point then? Okay, we're gonna... I guess I might as well do it here. So we'll print item. Show me what pipe you are looking at, friend. Let's see what's happening here. Okay, yeah, that's where the print was coming from. 100, 450. That's the only one. So it only recognizes the extractor. It should absolutely be recognized this pipe as a starting point, though. Why is it not? Okay, let's go look at that code again. Because I thought I tested this, and it seemed to be okay. No, I know why. Okay. So, the way I check for this is I have this array of exits and exit pipes, but when things are being reconstructed from saving and loading or room transitions, this array isn't getting repopulated. I just haven't done that yet. So, we gotta go do that. Let's head back up to ready. Okay. So I just need to check while doing all of this. So while we're derping around in pipe info. So here, let's see if exit array is not empty. And for exit in I guess if it's empty, I don't have to care. Yeah, I don't need that extra check. This is fine. So for exit and exit array, if exit position I need to normalize this to the grid. Okay, so let me just copy and paste everything that I do to get that because I don't feel like solving it again. I already did it. It's fine. Okay. So there we go. If exit chords is equal to, I think here, I just use this, even though it's a little bit silly. Or no, that's where I physically place the sprite. the value within pipe info is correct. So, pipe. There. So that should get that, and then I just say, let me double check that there's no shenanigans. No, there is shenanigans. I'll just go get what I did in spawn building. Okay, so here... we get this. And then... we do not want to be messing with the direction. I don't think, do we? Do I need to reset everything? It should have the right values already, actually. Yeah, I think that's okay. Oh, okay. Just mad about the indentation. Okay. If x accords is equal to that, if that... okay, if, type info... if pipe info sub, pipe... sub... gives... there we go. Is equal to... let's see, so this will be... stir to var... yeah, stir to var... pipe dot x. And this will be... stir... no, I can leave it as a string. It's just pipe. Okay. Okay, so there we go. Update all the things. Get them all doing what they gotta do. Because I do have pipe info at this point, so this should get it all set up once I load this time. Perfect. Okay. There we go. Okay. Element array. Okay, so it doesn't think it has an element array right now. I don't think I need to repopulate that, do I? So this is the end after everything. So wait, what do you mean it doesn't have an element array? If exit a pipes array has pipe. Okay, so I check to make sure that I am getting the right exit, and then I check for its numbers, and it does have an element array, doesn't it? Yeah, it's right here. The value of dictionary. Okay, so this is the fact that I strictly typed this one, but what I'm applying to it, this is not strictly typed. Oh god, there's a way I can deal with that. I remember. I don't remember the syntax, so let me look at it. Make typed dictionary equal to untyped dictionary. I know that there's Assign. Okay. Okay. So, instead of doing it like this, I can just... That? Is that syntactically correct? Because I don't want to deal with typing shenanigans right now. I really don't. I really don't. Look, my first language was Perl. Perl does not care about your types. Oops, I put it in the wrong spot. There we go. Okay, so at this point, there should absolutely be some stuff in there, because I do have this connected to a fire source. It looks like the pipes are all connected there. So, let's see. And you know what? I'm still scared of everything from before, so I'm gonna go put my "you worry too much" print back. It makes me feel better. Good mustard soup. I don't know. I don't cook. I also don't like mustard. But yes, I do not cook. When in doubt, just grab everything you have in the fridge. No. I know mustard is a plant, so... But yeah, I do not cook. Not at all. If I can't cook it in the microwave, I don't cook it. Let's see. What was I doing? Yeah, I want... Recalculate factory. I want my "don't worry about it" print in here. Oh no, okay, if I'm printing this, I already have a "don't worry about it" print. Let's see. I'm married. I have someone that cooks for me. So let's see. Connected room, testing room 2, flow dictionary, da da da. Oh yeah, he's excellent. I love his cooking. So we're not getting to this print. I don't know. I feel strongly about food. I really don't care about food. I eat for sustenance, not for taste. Okay. Active flow between rooms. Oh, it still thinks it's going inside? Shouldn't be. Okay, that would be where the issue is. So why does it think it's going inside? Flow dictionary. Testing room 2. Oh no, that's right. But where's... Yeah, basically. I haven't had dessert in like... a year? It has not impacted my life in the slightest. No, that's not true. I had some birthday cake at my son's birthday, so that was less than a year ago. But yeah, it basically doesn't impact my life at all. I guess you could say I have sweets, like most people have alcohol, socially. Why? Okay. So no, this is right, but I don't think that should be there yet. Oh no, it's because I loaded. Oh, yeah, that's right. I don't put this into the... I don't put this dictionary into my saves yet. Okay, so that would explain it. Let's see. That's not gonna take too long. We can do a little bit. Okay. So I'll need to fix my saves. Yeah, I'll do that first. So let's go get the save here. Let's see. So we have blueprints, we have elements. Let's see. So I need to also add these things into my save. So I think I have active pipe layout already. Yeah, factory, blueprints. So we have a factory, blueprints. So I need active phylactery values. I will call it stats and flow between rooms. Sounds good to me. Okay, so here we're gonna have factory stats. For a new game, that'd be nothing. And then we're gonna have... Oh, nope. Flow between rooms. And for a new game, that's still nothing. Okay, and so now when we actually go create a save, we're gonna have factory stats as factory global dot active phylactery values. And... no. What did I just call it? Flow between rooms. Factory global dot flow between rooms. Okay, so that'll get the save. Let me go update my save with these new values. And then I will update the load. I just think it's easier to do like this because then I can overwrite the save without having the game crash because I tried to load something. Okay, so that should have all the new stuff now. So now we can go into load. So we're gonna have factory global dot active phylactery values equals save data dot get factory stats. Oops, I accidentally hit insert. Stop that. Duplicate. True. Okay, and then factory global dot active flow between rooms equals save data dot get flow between rooms. That's what I called it, right? Sure did. Okay, dot duplicate. Duplicate. There we go. True. Okay, so now loading all that should work. Okay. Let's test it now. See if my saves are working properly. Flow dictionary is empty. Did I typo something? Okay, that's good. And that's good. Let me check my save data. I've got to stop, though. we might have to save fixing this for next time, and that'll give me a chance to go look at my saves and make sure that all of that was right. So I guess I'll stop here. Phew, but you know, I feel like things are going in the right direction. And with any luck, maybe next week I won't be worrying so much. So yeah, I'll go ahead and stop there. So thank you all for coming, and I hope you're able to make something wonderful today. I will be back tomorrow with some games. I hope to see you there.